Greetings, mortals. I am Nathan, the ruler of the underworld, and today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter, as well as the penultimate chapter to chapter 400, which is chapter 399, titled Organic Mingling Clusters of Light. It's gonna be mainly a Yama type of chapter, isn't it gonna be? Yeah, but yeah, I don't wanna use the light thing, it's just the long name and the sentence just kind of gives me that kind of vibe, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Considering this is the penultimate chapter, expect some tragedy at the end, or expect some tragedy for the next chapter, because I can already tell not that terrible things are gonna take place. But anyways, we'll come to that when we come to that. In the meantime, let's enjoy this chapter. Again, it's gonna be mostly a battle, as we see Oma using some kind of leg robotic legs, not pure robotic. I mean like armor on his legs, as he says, tentacle plus floppy suction parts, referring to their powers. Actually, not legs. Those things that he had on his back, like whips, kind of like tentacles, which is kind of like Doctor Octopus. Is then that building gets destroyed, as in for All Might's movement downwards or away, as he was just so Shoto, Tailman, and then I'll set the trap. So that's the tail that he has, and the arm is something with Shoto and Tailman, as in the building is destroyed. As they have on my face of these should boost my speed and mobility for tighter turns. He must be getting bored of the one-sided struggle. And therefore, of my fingers of assuming repeated massive damage to their bodies shortens his lifespan. I know just the quirk to get the job done all at once. So he knows which one of the students would be best for this kind of operation, which is, I believe, Bakugo and yeah, Bakugo, and there are a few others I feel like would be very useful for that, but I'm not exactly certain which ones he would be going with. But yeah, Bakugo's just the main one. I don't think he used Bakugo's attack yet. Anyways, we have him fake himself as he's also bleeding from his mouth. I mean, guys, it's just like Yujano, like he's so damaged at this point that even like everything was just gonna have him spill blood from his mouth. As we have All Might of the bomb is the power source. Playing this by the book won't be all too affected. Lend me your hand, Anima, as you know, and how Soji has his power. Koda has his powers. Like in his version of power is like robotic crows to give him assistance, which reminds me of Zane from Lego Ninjago. But yeah, a lot of references from other series. Now that I think about it here. I mean, again, it's like amateur reference. It's supposed to reference students, but now we're also referencing other ones. The series, which makes me kind of wonder if you can like pinpoint every other media reference with these powers. Like we are in Marvel, we have Nego Ninjago. You could probably also say we have I guess you could just say I guess you could also say DC with how his outfit originally kind of was more like steel from DC. Although the general look of All Might is kind of like Superman, so yeah, you could probably also give Super DC. Which else do you think we could be referencing here? As we now have All For One appearing above him as All Might looking the other way, as All For One says, cackling like a mad for 1 minute and scampering and hiding the next. As All Might's like, oh shit, hey, here he comes! As all for one, it's kind of like moving his time to move a little creepily as he has like those what they're called those those things that it comes from sends from his finger, like those like technic things. I think we all know what I'm talking about. You know those things like that gives him like extra reach or something. Like he starts sending those things out as he's kind of starting to move like very like this like weird kind of way, like kind of like a broken up monster type of way. It's like your girl here is no mystery to me, and I don't need to waste Sax's strength to twist that garish grin into an agonizing grimace. As he sends it out, and he just river step. I just remember river step. That's what it's called. That's the quirk he's using. As then those river steps just go all around, you know, like all over the place, kind of things. Like you have to question if your idea is even to hurt them, or you just like you got damage and by the sheer strikes all over the place, as he's been sending them all over the place, and it also hits All Might all over. As Ophion says, "Power server mode is plenty enough for killing you." I guess he's using a combination because I'm pretty sure that's called the river stuff. Maybe, or maybe he just has a different, like, I don't think that it's been confirmed if he has a different type of quirk, or if he has the same quirks he had in the beginning of the fight, since it was mentioned that when he was younger he had different ones, but I think he probably has the same one, since otherwise I don't think he would have a lot of these quirks. No. As if All Might be like, "Rise!" as he gets out of this proportion. As then we have two giant grimacing monsters, just faces, imagine you know those masks, those comedy masks where it's like happy face, sad face, like imagine the happy face but like more detailed and more like in this like giant monster type of way, and like Grizzy like oh is that going for the bite down, and almost like liar descend, because he was expecting him to actually say, "You're not." He's gonna use a lot of power, but no, he's using a lot more power because of these monstrous face hats. Which again makes the correct question: what's his obsession with using stuff like this as power sources? Like it's accidental, but like why specific? As all for saying, "No, I really am conserving my power." Which he might just be tying himself than anything else, but regardless, he goes to bite him. Oh my dollars. Oh my just barely is able to dodge it. They have all for one like moving forward, and his arms is also be like unraveling. That's how much he uses River Step at this point. As all for one saying, "No, where's that lovely smile, girl? You're nothing but a bag of bones missing half his guts." Since I think that is what his actual medical injury is. As they have All Might moving away. He no longer is able to have like the grin because even he's now starting to get so exhausted. Like you cannot hold it out for that long. And then we have All for One telling behind him is like an old fool providing hospice care for himself with shoddy simulacrums of the children's powers. As then we see the River Step destroying a few of the Dr. Octavius arms. As he's still moving away. As then All for One tells him, "Smile, you're still on camera. The whole world's watching, remember? They'll see the symbol of peace falling to his doom as the symbol of impotence." It's kind of making fun. As then we have, as Mind is moving away, as we have all for one popping through the wall like a horror movie character, even having the type of face you'd see from a horror movie character, villain. As he's like, "They're guarding light about to be snuffed out." As he breaks it, and he like punches All Might down in what looks like to be his rib cage, or it's probably I think maybe like in the other side of where he got his main injury. And yeah, he also kind of looks very mutated like, so he might also be take a lot more. So I think he's also using his quirk that he's using is actually a lot more dangerous, or at least more making his body even more until they originally were. Because again, like he seems to have like monsters of a grown-up man in a teenager's body. As then we have that like symbolic realm, or maybe the vestige realm, or whatever it is. As we see All Might in his like nude skeleton ways, the same way how he was in the when they were battling in the hideout radar dark there, as he's like crouching the same way, but there's like no fire this time because he has no more power. One for all's power. As then All Might shoves Shoto's gun in what looks to be his mouth. Like, "Oh, you're this close? All right, Tillman, wrap around you." Shoto's flamethrower into his mouth. As he starts cracking fire, actually goes I think through his hat. As All Might tells him, "You still don't get it, good buddy. Lights tend to flicker on and off." So he's trying to make some kind of joke. It's like, "So while my light might be snuffed out, someone's sure to pick up my torch and shine on." So he's probably aware that he's gonna die soon. Like he's in no position to like go further. So he's like trying to get as much make an inspiring speech as much as he can. As then we cut to a dip, as we also see like a bit up from where they are to foreshadow what's gonna come later. And then we cut to where Toriyama was finding those villains, where they were when they were starting these fights with Awful and the League of Villains and all that. As we see that they are all, there's like a, in that area, there's like a covered by flowers. Poison Ivy would be proud. Hey, we got an Odyssey reference. As we see Oyama like crucified there by all the flowers. As we see Fat Gum also be crucified by these flowers. As All Might says, and when that radiance meets the darkness, leading to an epic end of chapter comment. As we have this guy that was introduced last time we cut to this, the guy that's basically a reference to Poison Ivy saying, and I also think he has like a religious kind of way of speaking, as he's like, there is no need for light. Also kind of connected to what they're talking, All Might and All For One are talking right now. As we cut to, I guess like a special to what is going on, as we have locations and all that, is they're like, no, the specific popping out was like, about 30 meters northwest of ground zero for the divide and conquer operation. 32 heroes were tasked with mopping up the villains who weren't warped away. All but one of those heroes were wiped out. As we see, Yuga Oyama there is like plants are starting to come off his body, as he's also starting to bleed from this, like huff huff. As I have Kunaida. For you, see, my seedlings require only flesh to thrive. So yeah, he has a really fucked up quirk. It's like kind of like mushroom, where mushrooms can grow in from your lumps and all that. As we have Kunaida, also we have Kunaida's like rap sheet. It's like Tartarus escapee, mass murderer, corpse collector. Okay, I was kind of shocked that they actually used these words when they were in the unofficial translations, but seeing them in the official translations, like, yep, this guy is fucked up. Although to be fair, with the way how he explains his quirk, seems like it's just a quirk thing, not so much him. Again, it's like one of those. Is it because it's quirk, or is he just a fucked up individual? As then we have Fat Gun being like, the roots dig down and all slow like, so my fat absorption can't do a dang thing. Explain to why Fat Gum lost to Kunaida. As we have Fat Gum look at, turning to you guys like, show him what you're made of, Oyama. As I was like, ugh. As then we have Fat Gum being turned to a plant. Well, he's kind of like emerging from his body as a plant, so I'm not certain if this is him dying or if this can be reversed. Since I mean, he's mentioned to be a mass murderer and a corpse collector, so I feel like Fat Gum dying here would make sense. But again, it's kind of like difficult to really say for certain if he is or not. But I kind of feel like he might be that, like, I mean, I'm not someone who really is that upset with, you must kill characters to have tension, there's no other way. I'm not one of those, so I'm not really, so if Fat Gum is alive after this, I'm not gonna give a shit. Like, it might, like, maybe show that there were casualties, but it's like, again, I don't care kind of deal, so it's like, alright, fine, I guess it makes sense that there will be casualties, but not gonna, but if he isn't that I'm gonna be throwing fits over here. Especially since again it's kind of like a big. I mean, it's a very implied that, but we'll see. But anyways, then we have Kunaida be like, "Oh, I do believe this is the largest flower on record." It's since Fat Gum, how big Fat Gum is, it's kind of referencing that. And with that statement, that reaction to Fat Gum's flower, I'm gonna consider Kunaida the dull level villain. Because, you like the character, but he doesn't do anything, and he's supposed to be powerful, but he doesn't do anything, so I'm gonna put you on Dollar level that, which is fun, because I do actually like Dollar from Harry Potter, so I also like Kunaida here, again, he isn't gonna do much. As we get into Kunaida's speech, we have all of his creatures all showing up there. Actually, I'm just looking at this, and it seems like even some of the other flowers were like, Jesus Christ, why are you so big? So yeah, anyways, they have saying, after just one bloom. The spreading pollens allow them to propagate like a daisy chain. If you get what I mean, they are veritable extensions of myself via their roots. You've got no hope to escape, traitor. As we have one of the plants like chewing out like, "Am I good, boy, master?" The belt that Oyama carries is he holds it and be like all broken and destroyed. And it's like, without your belt, your power freely leaks out, leaving you unable to aim, and your desperate straining only feeds the plant. As then we cut to Oyama, as we see like the laser kind of going over like peom, 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 peom. And so I was like realizing that he is right about that. As Kunan says, imagine that. Hoping to fit in, you became his pawn and accepted a power that was ill-suited for your psychology. To put it bluntly, you've led a pathetic, shameful life. So he's kind of like digging deep into Yu-Gi-Oh! Then we cut to like a little flashback bounce. We see like the bell that Ayama got as his parents are like happily going for hugs and giving him the belt, and they're very happy. As I think his mother's probably saying, "Oh, Hyuga, how wonderful!" So they're all happy about the situation, but before they realize how dark and messed up the business they've got themselves into. As then we have Hyuga telling Kunada, "Hence why I sought mercy." As it goes like, did he really say that? Since you probably forgot at that point since he said so far away, so long. It was so long ago since he said it. Like I think that's what he said when we got introduced to Kaneda. So it's been a while. Like I don't know exactly if it's been like I don't know if this is gonna be like a multi-volume thing gap, but it's been a while. So yeah, as then we have uh, you gotta think to yourself, reminding, as he probably tells to Kanada, like, reminding myself of how shameful I've lived is what spurred me on to follow in the wake of the light they bring, as he sees Izuku, who I think was telling him to help in the end. As they have Oyama screaming, "It's given me the desire to shine from the deep down within my core!" As he uses his quirk now, which even makes those plans that he was going off having more like spurt of blood. As then a bunch of like lasers shoot at Kunaida, but all of them miss since there's like no real rapid control. There's like but I think do hit like a few of those plans, but it doesn't really matter. As then we have like showing all over the place. As then Kunaida be like, chasing after that which is beyond your sight has led you to an equally shameful death. As All Might pops out like a little bit, which is kind of goofy, I'll be honest. Pops up a bit as he ends his sentence with, "Let there be light in the darkness!" As Ayama's grins, as we see that one hero that wasn't wiped out, that was magic previously. Yeah, that was Toru. So as she's behind Kunaida, as we got back to All Might a bit, as All Might says, "So that I might twinkle as well!" As we see like the little beam, those little Animan who at the beginning chapter flying around, as we head to the Passage World where all around All Might there's like a little twinkles of lights. As we have Toru saying, it took you long enough, hero!" As Toru uses warp reflection, as all those lasers kind of go into her and get sent out right at the back of Kunaida, as she uses naval laser, and as blasts Kunaida completely in the back, which I'm going to assume is gonna take him out. Since it might be a bit disappointing that this guy who's supposed to be escape top 2 as escapee gets taken out like this quick, like pretty much like one hit when you break it down. But again, it makes sense. Like if his power doesn't really seem like the type that needs him to be gain that much damage, and again, like it's not like he's the most disappointing top as escapee. Like that dash, what was his name? Dictator was just one shot as well. two of them were off screen. Like one wasn't even certain if he was a thought escapee. Like I was pretty much like the only real challenge. So it's not really surprised that Kunai was one shot to defeat that is spinning how all the other guys would defeat like the generals that were the permanent liberation fund generals that we saw would defeat pretty much like one good hit. So it makes sense that Kunai would be defeated by this. As they would see as this Ground gets defeated and you get like one of the Oyama faces like flash. We also we cut after that we get to cut to the final page of the chapter as we have the bike engines. I think this is like supposed to be like the end portion of Hercules. The engine and all that area. We kind of gets ready like a little cannon to fire as the crows are like turning into like a power charge or something thing to like shoot down as we have All Might saying, "So no, I'm not here to lose All For One," as All For One turns up and to look what he's staring at. There even seems to be some cracks as they're like slowly repairing. As All Might starts to laughing, ha! As he says, "I know this name as you burn away. Know this name as you burn away. Can't stop twinkling," which is Yugama's hero name, which makes sense. There would be this kind of and final words for the chapter, as we have the laser going down, hitting All For One, and making like a big explosion that seems to be about the size of a couple buildings, about the size of an entire building. A couple, I would say, I think about not a skyscraper, like a block. So yeah, it destroys a lot. So this is the other chapter, and I'm assuming next chapter being chapter 400, there's gotta be a bit of sad tragedy to it, since, next chapter is 400, and it seems pretty clear that All Might is gonna leave us soon. So, yeah, get ready for the sad truth. I mean, it's debatable if All For One is actually gonna die here. I do actually feel like it would make some like poetic sense and like visual. I feel like it would be great if All For One also dies here. But I question if it's gonna be like. I mean, I would not be surprised if he still survives, but maybe like he would still die. Maybe All For One still gotta be able to say that you underestimated my nerve to remain. But despite that, All Might's still gonna be laughing like, "Oh my god, I guess I miscalculated. What can you do?" Kind of like similar how Garp, when he was defeated by Okiji, was still kind of making jokes and laughing. So maybe it's gonna be like one of those things where if All For One falls, like, it really depends on how Hikoshi wants to make it, but I could see All Might die. Well, I can see All Might dying next chapter, but All For One still remaining. Or maybe it's gonna be like both of them are gonna die next chapter. Like I could see next chapter be titled something like "And the End of Legends," or "The End of the Era," or something like that, like some kind of poetic chapter. Since I could see both of them dying here, next chapter, I will not be surprised. It's fits like chapter 400, and you have two of the greatest people dying, All Might and All For One, or two of the like most legendary people dying for even the good guys in the same chapter. Makes sense. I wouldn't even say it makes like a transition sense. Like we focused on the chapter for killing All Might and All For One, and then at the end of the chapter we have the next generation. We're gonna see how that's gonna conflict, and I think it makes sense. Like I don't think there's anything left to really like end. I mean, I guess the battle with Gang Walk and everyone is still going on. I guess there are a few areas, and I don't think we've seen all the gnomes getting destroyed, but like it doesn't really matter at this point. Like no one, like there's not that many. Like there is not that many people that we actively need to see get at least beaten. Like at least Kunaida and those two generals got some those unnamed generals in the Revolution Front. At least got some screamed. Like here, it's like who cares kind of deals. So yeah, I'm guessing next chapter is gonna be full of legends, and then ending the chapter with focusing on the final battle between Izuku versus Shigaraki, and I'm guessing we can expect the end of the chapter. We can expect My Academia ending really soon. probably at the end of the year or somewhere close to it. Like, I don't really know how long the chapter bells are gonna be. Plus, I don't think there's gonna be like a lot of breaks in between. Like, maybe a break every every 5, 6 chapters kind of things, but I don't see above that. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you like this chapter reaction. I hope you leave your thoughts on this chapter in the comments below. And yeah, leave a like, subscribe for more videos in the future. And as I said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.